Okay. So, with the video, what were the main problems that were going on with African girls, or that were happening to African girls?
They were being exploited for school.
Yeah, like that one girl, like she made it to the ninth grade and was like ridiculed for it. And I don't know, in some countries you make it to the ninth grade and it's like a big celebration, but in Africa, like where this was, it just wasn't. That was kind of strange to me.
Yeah, in some of those areas, yeah, they get highly scrutinized for wanting to be educated. And that also leads to another problem that she mentioned was that, there may be somebody who wants to go to school, but there really is, I don't want to say no hope, but she said like, some girls that, they maybe want an education, but they look at the situation and say, well, there's no hope for me to get an education because even if I do get an education, I'll just be laughed at. But there's no vision, is what like, she was saying a lot. It's just so sad that even if they're thinking about it, there's no real end result that anybody's really been able to get to leave an example.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of sad.
Yeah,
It's just hard to like not have that opportunity just handed to you. Because here it's like, oh, you want to go to school, you want to go to college, fine.
you have the path laid out for you.
Take out a loan if you don't have money. It's fine, go to school. But in those countries, if you get to high school, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another really sad thing, the problem was not even just the like emotional or like just like the making fun of or that kind of scrutinization was the the physical abuse that those few stories that she talked about was they're just we hear them and it's like there's only three of us, but it's dead silent in the room because if that were to happen in America, guys need to get like just completely castrated and put away forever. So and just hearing that like come across a stage like that and people like, I mean, even I find myself reacting like, oh man, that's really, really sad, but like, there's nothing you can actually, wrenches your gut, but what do you do?
Yeah. Like, I know from my perspective, like, I don't know, like, I feel for those girls just because, like, I don't know, I can't imagine, like, what that would be like, and that just seems like the worst possible fate is to have that kind of life.
I can't imagine, like, the girl who was raped for 3 years so she could go to college.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine, like, making that decision, like, is college worth this?
Mm-hmm.
Or
she had worked so hard, she was athletic, she had gone through so much, and she finally got that scholarship.
Yeah.
And now, like, when she gets there, she has to go through this degrading abuse, and it's just very sad.
Just imagine how happy she felt to like getting that scholarship, but then being taken out of class the first day. Like this is the only reason why you got it. Not like maybe not the only reason, but this is the reason why you got it. And if you want to keep it, you need to do this. And it's just like you're saying, just emotionally, it just sends you on a downward spiral. At least it would, like if I were not like put into a situation like that, but feeling like that would just kill you, essentially.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are some other problems, or like what are the solutions to some of the problems that she mentioned?
Solutions.
I like what she was saying with, obviously there's more that a lot more people can do. That's why she's there, inviting people, take this journey, but, help us find a way for these girls in any part of the world to find this education, and have it be encouraged. There's her going around and visiting, trying to just change the community perspective on education. And then also, there's a lot of individual efforts that can go on, but what do you guys think about like more than just one person, and like what are some things that a group of people can do?
I think it'd be interesting to see how like if different countries send like relief organizations to set up more schools, because a lot of the schools are really far away and it's it's not convenient to go to school. And
and also because like a lot of like in the towns and the villages they would ridicule because I don't know why, maybe they were jealous or something, maybe they just didn't fully understand what the opportunity is, and like because they don't have that path laid out for them. And so maybe like making them aware of like their opportunities that they could accomplish just by going to school and getting that education and just having that upper hand, because they don't have that.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of the Time for School video you had to watch. And the girl in India where her mom was like, look at these educated people, like, they just sit here, they don't do anything, like, there's no point in getting educated. So I'm wondering if maybe there's a possibility of more jobs available for those that are educated.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know in my country service, there's, like, a big problem where everyone's like, why go to school? Like, they're not teaching us anything we can use on our island, like, so there's no point in me going because I'm not learning the skills that I need to
Yeah.
live. If I didn't go to school, I'd learn this.
Yeah, like there's rarely that end vision or that end point of like, oh, I made it. It's just kind of, oh, okay, well, I graduated now. Now what the heck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think reforming the post-education, like, you know, what am I gonna do with my education? And also just reforming the education system. Like you were saying, like having relief groups go and teach. I'm not saying, like, you know, I don't think that a lot of the educators are corrupt, but you find some corrupt educators here in America too. But like reforming the education, or like the education system, just so that the educators in that system are actually doing their job correctly. I don't know like how to go about that process, but just fixing that to where the education they're receiving is applicable and delivered in the correct way.
I think like a celestial perspective, like from, because they see it as I'm getting this education, but like there's nothing I can do with it. In Mormon where it says you'll have so much more advantage in the world to come, like having this education, and like having that with like missionary work, like getting that to everywhere in the world so they can all know that and know that getting an education is not just for nothing, and that you'll benefit from it.
It's not just an earthly thing.
Yeah. To always keep it.
Any last words? I think we got to get back.